What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Gaming with the Bros Cast, episode 183. My name is Harrison. I am joined by my brother Nick. As always, Nick, how are you doing, buddy? We're a little bit late today, but
a little bit late to the game, but hey,
we're here.
It's Monday. It's Monday, man. We're here.
It's Monday. It was a very Monday for me.
Yeah, we're here to just soothe everybody's night.
Yeah. We have a potentially huge week this week, Nick. We got a little direct, Nintendo Direct rumors going on. An official Direct, a full Direct, not a Mario Direct. Maybe get an announcement of PlayStation State of Play, probably coming maybe next week. They usually do theirs a week in advance. And if you care about phones, Apple's got their event tomorrow.
I don't care about phones.
Which I am in the market for a new phone. I'm thinking about upgrading. I've got like the XR and it's like 4 years old at this point. But I don't know. I looked at the potential colors for the new phones, and they're all like a boring gray. I don't know. Why doesn't Apple do fun colors?
They used to.
Like give me like a pastel blue, or like a neon yellow, or like a neon green or something.
Like the Switch lights,
Yeah.
Take that palette.
Yeah, I'm gonna need Apple to take on Nintendo's. Give me an atomic purple or something.
Doesn't matter though, because you're gonna get a phone case.
That is true. I guess you can get whatever color you want.
Yeah, you can make it whatever you want with your phone case.
This is true.
Yeah, I need to get a new phone because I have the 11.
Yeah.
And the battery is pretty bad at this point. I don't want a new phone. Like
see, that's the thing.
I'm tired of it, man.
I used to care about phones. I've only had like 4 different kinds of iPhones, but I always used to watch like their keynotes every year. And now I just don't care. Like they're so.
It's like we're getting old.
Yeah, they're. I mean, I think the technology has just kind of stagnated, I guess. For me, I know there's a lot going on. The cameras are supposed to be incredible on the new phone. Supposed to have like 10 times optical zoom, which is kind of insane. But also, I don't know. I'm old, man. I just emails,
I use
TikTok occasionally
on my phone.
Yeah,
like the only thing I care about is like speed and internet.
Yeah.
Like if you give me a phone that only had, God, I sound like a boomer. Just like the basic features with a few apps, and it ran really fast. That'd be great.
Hey, that honestly sounds wonderful.
Welcome to Grandpa's podcast.
Yeah, and you're not even 30 yet, Nick. So
no, I'm not even 30, and I'm already grumpy about phones.
Well, how was before we dive into? Well, we're going to talk a lot about Starfield here, but before we talk about all that stuff, how was your week? How's the dog situation?
Oh, she's great. Yeah, she's
settling in.
Yeah, she's really settled in at this point, and yeah, we're feeling good. She's sleeping through the night. She hasn't peed in the house in a handful of days, so
that's good.
These are good. We're still keeping her on the leash in the house.
Yeah.
Just so she kind of like establishes that kind of routine of being around us and not trying to go out to other rooms in the house by herself at the moment. So we're still working on that, but otherwise she's doing great. She had her first heartworm treatment shot last Thursday, and she did fine.
Cool.
She's good.
Cool.
Yeah, but things are good. How about you? How's your week?
It was good. Coming off that long weekend, so into short week, but also short weeks are always good, but you kind of you feel like you're in overdrive to catch up from the days that you missed, and we were off. We got off a little bit early on Friday too, which was nice. But it was a good week. Speaking of dogs, I made pork chops on Saturday, and I put like barbecue sauce on them, and then I'll cook them on the grill. And then I'll apply a little bit more. And I've got like a little sauce spreader thing. It's got like the plastic handle and like the rubber tip with the brush on there.
Oh yeah.
You know, Iris is outside with me, so I was like, here, you take a lick of the brush or whatever, and it came loose, and she ended up swallowing the brush.
Oh no.
And it's like really fine rubber. I mean, so I've been checking her poop to see if it's been coming out. I haven't seen anything yet, but also I don't know how well something like that will break down in a dog's stomach.
How big was it?
I don't know, like something like
that.
It's horrible for the audio listeners, but something like that. Maybe the size of like a Mick Ultra can.
Like the circumference of one.
Yeah, the circumference of it. Yeah. Something like that. I don't know if it's going to break down. I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know.
She might have a painful poop.
Yeah, so I'm keeping an eye on it as just trying to check the yard as much as I can whenever I know she's out there. But other than that, pretty good week. Just been playing a ton of Starfield.
Oh, hell yeah!
But before we dive into Starfield, because I know that's going to be the big topic of the show, I'll talk about Vampire Survivors briefly. I did get back into it this week. Started playing co-op with my son, my 6-year-old, and he absolutely loved it. And you know, it's for those who don't know, I guess at this point, Vampire Survivors, it's a, you know, I don't know, it's like an auto attacker. Like you don't actually click any buttons, you just move around the character and they auto attack, and you can upgrade your stuff, upgrade your weapons, get new weapons as the run goes. And the goal is to get make it to 30 minutes.
Which is anti-bullet hell.
Yeah, pretty much. Like we did one. The first one we did was just static, like grass enemies, where they actually didn't move at all. They were just static. Yeah. And we did that, and that one was only like a 15-minute run, so that was cool. He liked that a lot. And then we did try to do a couple of runs on like the first level, but we couldn't get through it. How do you unlock more levels? Because I've only got the 3. I've got the first one, the second one, and then that.
I think you have to play the third one and get to 20 minutes.
See, and I don't think I have the third level unlocked.
Then you need to do that on the second one.
Okay.
Yeah, to unlock the next one, you just need to make it to, it's either 15 or 20 minutes on the previous one.
Okay.
And then you can unlock it.
Gotcha. Okay. Maybe we didn't make it that high.
The second one, I think the second one is easier than the first. So
yeah.
It might be a good one to
I'll have to double check, because I thought we did do it, because I think it was only 15 minutes, I think. Maybe we did it. Maybe we had it on like the what is it, like the rush mode or whatever it's called, hyper mode.
Oh, the 2 times speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'll have to double check it.
But
yeah, I'll have to double check it. But yeah, we played some of that, and it was super fun. Co-op's pretty cool because like you share the XP pool, or XP bar, and every time you level up, the other person gets to pick their ability or weapon or whatever. And then when you die, a little coffin spawns, and there's like a little meter like in the center of it, and as long as the other person stays alive, that meter will fill up, and then you come back to life with like half health. So it's kind of like, and to me, it didn't seem like there was more enemies, which I mean, there's already so many. So it's kind of like, quote unquote easy mode in the game, but really cool that you can do co-op, and you can do up to 4 people too. So
that's pretty sweet.
It's pretty cool. And I think they're going to be adding online co-op at some point down the road. I think they're working on that, but yeah, super fun, man. Vampire Survivors.
It's a great game, dude.
Yeah, it's awesome. And then I bought Bayonetta Origins.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I got it on sale for like $30 on Amazon. It just popped up, so I was like, you know what, I want to play it. I'm gonna get it. I haven't played it yet, but Starfield.
Dude, Starfield, it's taken over everything.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've been playing except for Starfield.
Nice. I've just been playing Sea of Stars other than Starfield, and I'm like 20 hours in at this point. I think the game's around 30 hours or so.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, so it's pretty long, but damn, I'm excited for you to play this game.
Yeah, I need to. I need to play it.
It's pretty amazing. I can't think of any flaws with it so far. Like it's just that good, man.
That's good.
It's a great active turn-based RPG.
Okay.
I'm loving it so far.
So story's good and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I mean story's good. Like it's pretty serviceable. There have been some like pretty impactful moments throughout it, and then exploration is awesome. There's like side quests, kind of like there's just like side things that you can kind of do around the world, and there's obviously a bunch of stuff to collect and a bunch of chests to open, and yeah, it's there's like I don't know, it just feels like a very meaty RPG.
Okay.
And but not overwhelming at the same time. It's like
yeah,
it doesn't just send you out to do whatever. Like there's obviously a very main path that you're on, but it gives you the opportunity to explore when you want to.
Okay.
So it's really great.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah. Sea of Stars. And if anyone liked the Messenger, it's the same developers who made that game, and that was the 2D ninja side scroller game that turns into a. Have you played it before?
I have not. No.
Okay, I don't want to spoil it then.
Okay.
In case you end up playing it, but
I think
also a great.
I want to say that I might have it on the Switch. That I just bought it on sale one time and just never actually played it. But yeah.
Yeah, Sea of
Cool.
Stars.
Yeah, that's on my list. I will get to it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we got Liza P next week. So much stuff, man.
I don't know if I'm gonna play Liza P immediately.
I'm
because I still want to finish up Armored Core.
Yeah, and see that's the thing is I really liked Armored Core, and I really want to finish that too. Because I heard it's only like 15 hours, so I'm probably close-ish.
Does that include all the times you die to a boss though? Because I feel like
probably not.
Hours just banging my head against a wall.
Yeah, probably not. And I saw that it got an update, and they changed some of the attack patterns for the Sea Spider and Baltius. So I'm wondering if it's a nerf.
I'm sure it's a nerf. It's got to be a nerf.
But all I can say is we beat it pre nerf. So
it's like beating Radon.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Nerf.
He was ridiculous. You want to dive into Starfield?
Let's do it.
Okay. So I was not super hot on it last week when we talked. I was enjoying it, but it hadn't quite clicked for me. But I got into the point with the story where it started to get really, really interesting, and I was pretty invested. We won't spoil anything, but it definitely takes a turn, and it gets really, really interesting. So that kind of just guided my hand through the rest of the game, was just being intrigued by the story. I ended up beating it this week, and then I went and I think I'm in New Game Plus 2 now. So I've technically beat it 3 times. Really interesting stuff that it does. Again, I won't spoil anything, but New Game Plus, I could see why the developers say it doesn't really get started until New Game Plus, and also I can see why some reviewers maybe rushed to the main story first and then dived into New Game Plus. Because I really hadn't done a lot of side quests. Like I still haven't done the Mantis side quest, which I know is a really, really popular one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So I'm excited to dive into that one. So I didn't feel like I was losing much going into New Game Plus, because other than my stuff, because that stuff doesn't carry over. But yeah, I'm loving it, man. It's exactly what I wanted. Apart from, I wish there was just more space stuff going on. Like I would like to be able to, get out of the ship in space and maybe fly around your ship using like a jetpack or something and do a spacewalk on your ship. Like that could be really cool. But it doesn't do that. But other than that, I'm loving it.
Heck yeah. And I finished it as well. I haven't. Well, I dipped into New Game Plus. I saw where it was going, and I was like, okay, I'm kind of in the middle of the Crimson Fleet
Yeah.
faction quest right now. I'm gonna go back and continue that, and I think I'm gonna finish this, finish up the faction quest, and then go into New Game Plus, and then maybe do um the UC's
Yeah.
faction because I heard that has a really cool kind of scary enemy in it. So I
Okay.
want to go check that out. Um, yeah, I'm loving it as well. I thought the main story was okay to good in the first half, and then it
Yeah.
got really great in
Yeah.
the second half. Like it really picked up, and it had some pretty emotional moments as well. And I thought, and we're not going into any spoilers, but I thought the ending was almost like very very cathartic,
Yeah.
and I don't know, it's just a very well done ending. So yeah, I'm loving it so far. The one thing that I'm struggling with right now, and I complained about this earlier to you, is the space combat. I just can't click with it.
Yeah.
I'm at the last part of the Crimson Fleet faction mission, and I'm in this big space battle, and there's like 4 parts to it, and I had to go back to New Atlantis after every single part and repair my ship. And every time I went back, I tinkered with my ship a little bit, tried to change it, and then went back to fight and struggled and went back and tried to change my ship. So I'm thinking maybe I just need to completely change my ship. Maybe I need to remove a lot of my cargo space. But then what happens when I remove my cargo space and I have like all of this cargo?
I guess it's just on you.
I don't know. That's one part I'm curious about. Like I have like 1,200 mass of cargo or whatever it is.
Jeez.
Yeah, and like it's stuff that like I don't even need, right? Like I can probably get rid of a lot of it or sell it
Yeah.
if you can even sell stuff directly from your ship.
You
Which
can. You can. Yeah, as long as it's in the cargo hold and you go to a vendor like in like a New Atlantis, you'll have an option to sell directly from your ship, so you don't have to pull it out and then.
okay, maybe I'll do that.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm excited about New Game Plus. Like
Starting fresh.
what you
It
said
really
earlier, like start fresh.
Yeah, you the only thing you carry over is your XP, your skill set, and some other stuff that I won't spoil necessarily. But everything else is gone. No weapons, no items. Everything is gone. So that was very refreshing.
Yeah, I'm really excited to do that because
like to me like the over like just being over encumbered and having so much stuff is what it feels like. What I think it would be like to just be swarmed in like so much debt where you just can't get out of it.
I can't. It's like I don't know. I don't even know where to start. Like, what do I get rid of? What do I actually need? Am I actually going to use these weapons? Do I need these spacesuits?
Yeah.
Like,
and you
all
like
these resources.
and you want to keep stuff too. Like you find some really cool spacesuits that you might not necessarily ever use, but they just look really cool. So you want to keep it. Like I wish they had, and they might like in the homes and stuff. There might be like a glass case you can purchase or something and put your suit and helmets and stuff in. I just haven't tinkered with home buying yet. Like I haven't done that. I haven't done outposts yet. I haven't done like any sort of workbench stuff, like crap. Like I haven't done,
You haven't done
so much stuff.
You haven't done any weapon modifications or anything?
No.
My God, what have you been doing?
I'm playing the game, man. Yeah.
you walk by a bench and you're like, nah.
I do. I'll get there eventually.
Do you pick locks or?
Oh yeah. I love the lock picking in the game.
Yeah.
The only thing that bums me out though with the lock picking is it doesn't seem like it scales to what you're picking. Because like I've picked, I don't think I can pick master locks yet, but I've done everything else. Like some stuff, it'll be like a med pack or something.
Oh yeah.
Like it doesn't scale, and so I feel like eventually at some point, I'm like, well, I'm not even gonna waste my time picking a lock when it's not even guaranteed to be anything decent.
Yeah, I do the same. If I'm kind of in the heat of something,
Yeah.
I'm just not going to take the time to pick a lock. So my question for you is, I've been dabbling a little bit in outposts.
Yeah.
I've obviously been messing with my ship. Do you think I should hold off on doing any of that further until New Game Plus? And just kind of start from scratch? Because like I have all these resources,
I mean, if you
but I guess my question more is, are the benefits of going into New Game Plus more beneficial than staying in my current game?
I mean, it really depends. Like if you are enjoying the world you're in currently, and you like your crew, if you like a lot of the items you got, I would say beat the Crimson Fleet and then hop in a New Game Plus. Because have you done a lot of side missions, like big side quest faction stuff?
No, not for the other factions.
Okay, I would say do it now.
Yeah,
I would say do it after the Crimson, and then that way you come back in, you'll have a fresh, you'll have a clean slate, and then you can either, I would say go in the New Game Plus, do the abridged story mission, beat it again, go in New Game Plus again, and then start like I did. I think that was probably the way to go, because I experienced the New Game Plus a story, and then hopped right back into New Game Plus and started fresh again, and then I was like, okay, now I'm gonna do Crimson Fleet. And again, it's the abridged version is like an hour and a half maybe, so it's really not a huge time investment. So I would say do that, because the stuff you get is, I think it's worth it when you
even
hop
in like the second New Game Plus.
Yeah, like just the items that you get going in New Game Plus, it's not like weapons per se, but the stuff you get is worth having.
Okay. All right, I'll do that.
So I would say yeah, do the Crimson Fleet, and then rock out some New Game Plus for a couple hours, and then dive back in, and then you could start, doing everything else.
All right, I'll take your word for it. I'll do it.
But yeah, I would say so the Crimson Fleet mission. Have you gotten to the very end where you have like that really huge dogfight?
Yeah, that's the one I'm stuck on.
Okay, it's okay. Okay,
like the one at the key.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, that's the one I got stuck on. So let's talk about the Crimson Fleet. So this is going to be a spoilers for Crimson Fleet, for anybody listening and cares about this particular mission. So I started the New Game Plus whatever run. I was in New Atlantis. I pickpocketed a guard. He got mad and he sent me to jail. And then that's when, what's his? I can't remember his name. Anyways, the UC vigilant captain.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, pickpocket. This is really, really harsh. But okay, sure. Like in my other game, I did get called into this same mission, but I killed somebody or something. I don't know. So I was like, all right. So pickpocket on New Atlantis. It's a very, very heinous crime, I guess. So I got catapulted into the undercover mission for Crimson Fleet.
That's weird, because I got I had contraband on my ship. I had like some harvested organs that I had found.
Okay.
I got caught with those.
Did you accidentally pick that up, or?
No, it was intentional. I mean, I found it like in a secret area.
Okay.
And I was like, oh shit, contraband. All right. And then I was like, wait, how do I hide my contraband? And then by the time I realized
you're being scanned.
I was being scanned. I was like, all right, well, let's just see what happens.
Okay, so yeah, that's hilarious. It's like, okay, harvesting organs versus pickpocketing, same crime apparently.
Same end result.
So after you get, so I guess this is after you go to Mars, I think, and you do the little bounty mission for that guy to get the money back from the person that borrowed the money or whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And then they send you to Neva, and then Neva tells you to go kill another Crimson Fleet member. But he's on like this medical supply ship or something like that. What did you do in that situation?
I told them I was with the UC.
Okay, and what did they say?
They sent him to jail.
They sent him to jail?
Yeah, essentially sent him to jail.
Okay, and then Neva was okay with that?
I lied to her, and I told her...
Oh, gosh, okay. That you killed him?
Yeah, that I killed him.
Okay.
So it started off good.
Okay, so I, being the space pirate that I am, I went there, and I was like, hey, this person on this ship is part of the Crimson Fleet. You need to kill him yourself, or I'm gonna board and kill everybody.
Oh, you told him that before even getting on the ship?
Yeah. So I did. So then it's on the intercom, whatever, and he brings in that person, and he like fires the gun and kills him, and then I was like, okay, cool, everything's good, and then I started to fly away, and I was like, that was a little bit too easy. So I turned around, I hailed the ship again, and I said, you're lying, you didn't actually kill him. And he's like, oh no, how did you know? And then I blew up a ship. So I killed everybody on board. And he was dead. Well, I confirmed the death.
I know where this is going now.
So then I went back to the UC Vigilance and was getting scolded. Like, everybody was yelling at me. And they're like, one more slip up and you're done. I'm putting you in jail myself. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, maybe that was a little bit too much. Let me scale it back. So then I went through the whole mission. Went through the whole quest line. And then what did you do when you got on Neon? When you have to, I think you have to
like infiltrate,
like Cyberdyne or something like that, whatever it's called. How did you proceed with that mission? Because I'm curious.
I snuck through the whole thing, and I reloaded my save probably 30 times, but
okay,
snuck through it all without killing anybody.
I murdered every last person in that building. I didn't know if you could sneak, because I started to sneak around.
But you have the sneak skill, right?
I do, yeah. So I started to sneak around, and one of the workers just saw me. And then I started blasting.
And anyways, I started blasting.
And it was so funny because I had this ridiculously powered shotgun, and I was just mopping these people. I mean, they were running after me, and I was chasing them and like blasting them away. And I was like, well, maybe it's like an evil corporation, so it's not going to matter. And so I did the mission, went back to the UC Vigilance, and they kicked me out. They put me in jail.
Did you have to kill everyone on board?
No. So they're like, all right, you're we're putting you in jail myself. You're done. The mission's over. And then I got sent back to the jail in New Atlantis, and then I was able to just kind of walk out. Like no harm, no foul.
Didn't have to pay a fee or anything?
Didn't have to pay anything.
Okay.
Had all my weapons, and I was like, all right, let's go. So I went back to the Crimson Fleet. I never did tell them that I was like a secret agent, or I was like a double agent or whatever.
So are you a triple agent if you if you ended up being on their side?
Well,
because a double agent means you
work for both sides, right?
I guess if you double cross, that means you betray the Crimson Fleet.
Yeah.
But technically you triple cross the Crimson Fleet because you're actually on their side.
Yeah, so I went back, and I never told them, that I was
no need.
And it never came up. I did everything. I got my share of the loot, and
how much did you get?
It was like 250,000 credits.
Oh.
I'd already planned on from the beginning. I was like, I'm gonna double cross the UC, just because why not?
Why not?
But they didn't give me an option. They kicked me out.
So does that mean you're not welcome?
No, I'm a permanent enemy now for the UC. Well, actually, I don't know because how did you? So the way mine ended is we shot down the UC Vigilance, we go on board.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, we go on board. We fight through everybody. I ended up letting the captain and the co-captain live. And then I think I don't know what happened to them. I think they were just like permanent um, prisoners of the Crimson Fleet. I'm not quite sure what happened to them, but I let them live. And then the Crimson Fleet gets the UC Vigilance as like their flagship, which is cool.
That's cool. I wonder, because I haven't finished it yet, but I wonder if we're gonna destroy the key. Because I know they told me to board it after.
Okay, so yeah, it'll probably be the same scenario where you'll confront Delgado and either kill him or let him live or whatever. Super cool, man. It was a really long like quest too, but it's a faction quest, so I knew it was gonna be pretty long. But yeah, it was a really cool like just mystery. You know, this pirate treasure that went missing. Is it real or not? Like very cool.
Yeah, and the whole thing of boarding the legacy ship, going to the gas giant.
Yeah.
And then when you actually extract like the credits, it starts to blow up. That was super cool as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah, that was a great mission. I'm afraid like the other faction quests aren't going to live up to that one.
And
I've heard that's one of the best.
And ones. You said there's another UC like mission.
Well, there's like UC faction.
Okay, I wonder if I can do that or not. I don't know.
I don't know.
I haven't gone back to New Atlantis yet. I did. I took on some Billboard missions, and one of those is to smuggle like human organs as contraband. But I went to the system and they scanned me, and then they were like, "All right, we're gonna board your ship," and I was like, "No," and then I just jumped out of there. But
you need to get that contraband shield thing.
I do, but I think it's only like 10% right now. I think you have to upgrade some sort of skill, and you can maybe get a higher one or something like that. I'm not quite sure.
Chance of working.
Yeah. So pretty low. But yeah, that was like yeah. Once I go back to the UC the Vigil the first time, and they were pissed. I was like, oh yeah, I did kind of just destroy an entire medical supply ship with a bunch of innocent people on. And I was like, well, you know who you were requesting? I'm a criminal, man. Come on, I'm a pickpocketer.
Yeah. I should have betrayed the UC as well. I was kind of annoyed when they hailed me in, because I was doing something.
Yeah.
And I get there, and then I have to go through this like 30-minute preparation mission for joining the Crimson Fleet. I was like, dude, let me play the game, Let me go. Let me lead the ship. And I hate how you can't warp off of the vigilance.
Oh, that's super annoying. You could
leave,
but you can warp off the key. So yeah, I was like, no, the key is so much better. It's cooler.
The key is cooler.
Their armor is awesome. Like
their ship upgrades are better.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, super fun. Really love that faction. Is there any like cool moments you've come across since playing last week that you want to talk about?
I did come across I did a mission. I like found a ship stranded out in space near Paradiso. I don't know if you've been to Paradiso.
I was gonna bring that one up. Yeah.
That one's really cool, but it's a colony of humans from 200 years ago that had left before the grav jump or the grav drive was invented.
Yeah.
But yeah, their hope was just to get to this planet, and they spent 200 years on the ship, and they, of course, like went through generations of people, and they got there, and then they're just kind of floating outside of the planet, and they're like, yeah, we deem this planet ours, and we will put up a fight if they say otherwise. I'm like, well, okay, hold on,
slow down. You guys are
like, we get it. You set your sights there first, but they've got a hotel down there. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah,
they got a hotel on a beach.
Yeah, and yeah, it's pretty cool.
I did front them. I fronted them a grab drive.
I haven't completed it yet, but I did do that because the response the board meeting gives is like hilarious.
Yeah. Well, I kind of like I had Barrett with me, and I accidentally not. I mean, I thought I was choosing a different thing, but it ended up making them like indentured servants. And right when I made that decision, a prompt comes up and it's like Barrett disliked that. I was like, well, shit, I don't want him to dislike it, so I reverted my save and went with the other option because I thought like I thought one of the options would be that like they could come down and just live and not be indentured servants, but
no,
apparently there's not.
Well, because they there is an option you can choose, like, hey, why can't they just live on the other side of the planet? And they're like, well, we're not taking that chance. We don't know what, if they're going to like do some crazy farming or ruin the atmosphere or attack us at some point. So yeah, that was really funny. They're just like, yeah, they could come down and work off their debt, and you're like, wait, like indentured servitude? And he's like, wow, I didn't say that.
No one said that.
There was one that was like, just you could just blast him out of the sky. But yeah, I didn't do that one. I was like, I'm not gonna be a total dickhead.
Because that guy was like, it would just be better if they didn't exist. And one of the questions you could ask is like, what do you mean by it doesn't exist?
That's what I'm talking about, man. I really don't. I mean, people can review the game and hate it all you want or whatever, but I just don't see how you don't play this game and don't enjoy it. I know it's a Bethesda game, and if you don't like RPGs, you're not gonna like RPGs, and there's some weird stuff about it. But man, if you just give it a chance, do the side quests. Like, there's some really, really funny stuff, really cool stuff. I will say there is a lot of like immersion breaking situations I've been in with Barrett. So it's the one mission. I'm not going to spoil anything, but it's the collector mission from the main story where you have to go on and get the artifact.
Yeah.
So there's that mission. I go through the whole thing. I get to the very end of the mission, where you're confronting the collector, and something happens and it's a shootout. I made a poor choice, shootout, and then Barrett's like, I really need to talk to you right now. He like goes on my face and he's like, I didn't really like the thing you did, and he never like explains what you did.
That what talk to him, right?
Yeah, but I had to talk to him right then.
Okay. He will not stop saying, hey, I need to talk when you get a minute. And then I try to talk to him and it won't let me. And he's like, I got something for you. He's like,
need something
you might need.
And then there was one time,
what do you want?
And I can't remember if it was Baird or Sarah, but it might have been Sarah, but I think I had her as my companion at the very beginning of the game, but I did something evidently that she didn't like. So after we got back and the story cutscene, whatever, played out and she was all smiles, as soon as I talked to her again, her face just immediately frowned. It was like, I don't like what you did. Like, this is breaking my like immersion in this game right now, but it was hilarious.
So funny though.
Oh, but yeah, Barrett is super annoying. He's just like, I really need to talk to you right now.
He'll do it in the most inconvenient.
Like, Barrett, we are in a gunfight. Please.
I really need to talk to you. I have something for you.
I got something for you. It's like a med pack or something. Like,
dude, I don't want to talk. I really don't.
So,
what's his face did too? What's the Tommy, the Western guy?
Samco.
Sam.
Yeah.
Sam. Dude, he wanted to talk all the time. I think he was into my character for sure.
Did you hit the flirt button by accident?
No, I really should have though. Sam's a great guy.
Oh, good old Sam. Oh man, but yeah, just, and this is why I love Bethesda games. It's just because of the really weird stuff like that, the jank. I mean, it's just hilarious. Like there was one time I was in a firefight and this one guy was shooting at me, and then he just like jumped, but there was no zero gravity and he didn't have a boost pack. He just jumped to the second level. It's just like, what in the world is going on?
I think I've heard that happen before. I was telling you that, or we were talking about this before we started, and I made that TikTok, but I was on a ship that had Crimson Fleet people, and because I was a part of the Crimson Fleet, they were allies. But I was going around just doing my daily dose of pickpocketing, get that skill up, and I got caught. And for some reason, all of them started running to this one room. So I started following them, and they all just like they went into the room and just started jumping around.
Yeah,
I was like, okay. So I threw a grenade and blew them all up.
that's hilarious.
That's pretty fun. It was like a $15,000 bounty for each person I killed.
Oh gosh.
I was racking it up, and I reloaded my save.
Yeah.
Like I can't be in this bad with the Crimson Fleet right now. You know, gotta build up trust.
So many quirky moments like that just make the game amazing. And I just don't get it, man. I just don't know people what have this expectation of like God of War and it's not a Sony thing, but I'm just like God of War and The Last of Us, where they're these perfect experiences that there's no glitches, no nothing. It's a perfect experience.
Yeah.
And I don't know if people are just used to that or that's like the highest standards now, but I don't know, man. The Bethesda, it's that charm. That jank is very charming.
It's like every time you talk to someone and they're looking away and like they take just like a second too long to look over at you and talk.
Yeah.
That stuff's funny, man.
Or like you'll be if you get somebody from behind, they'll like break their neck to turn and look at you.
Or like, man. Oh man, if your companion chimes in and they're in a weird spot, like one time Barrett was kind of like behind a corner, so it just like panned to the corner and you couldn't see him.
Yeah,
you knew he was like right behind the corner. It's like, dude, it's so funny.
There was one time, I think it was. Oh gosh, what's the main character? Not the main character? What's the character at the very beginning of the game? It's when you're in the mines. It's Sarah and somebody else. I can't remember his name. But, I can't remember. But he can become your companion. And I chose him to be my companion for a little bit, and I was outside of I was in New Atlantis, and I had just got off the ship, and for some reason I started crouching down. I don't know. And I turned around, I did like a 180, and I guess I had clicked A, and he was behind me. He's like, I really need to talk to you, but it was like a jump scare because he was right in my face. He's like, I really need to say something. I was like, what do you have to say? We just met. Ugh. I love this game.
I really like this mission that we're on right now. It was really good.
It's ridiculous. So
yeah, Barrett. Barrett. He kept saying like, just in passing, he's like, "Oh, I hope this is the last thing I have to do. You know, the last mission I have to do." And I'm like, "Dude, if you want to leave, just say so."
Yeah.
But he kept being like, "Oh, this is the last one." You know,
Barrett.
It's like, man, what are you on right now?
Yeah, and I feel, and I'm probably 30 plus hours in this game, and I feel like I've barely scratched the surface.
I mean, yeah, you haven't even touched a research station yet.
Yeah, right. So yeah, again, the space, I wish there was more stuff in space. Mm-hmm. I wish you could like get on an asteroid, or you can technically, you can put your thrusters going and hold B to get out of your seat. So you're technically flying through space, but you can walk around your ship, which is cool and a nice touch, but I wish there was more to that. Again, I wish you could spacewalk. And I don't know if there's missions like that, but I don't think there is. So I wish the space portion was fleshed out a little bit more.
Yeah, I feel that too. Yeah, there was that one mission on the Crimson Fleet when you're in a ship that's taking off. That was like a cool moment.
Yeah, that was cool.
You were a passenger for a little bit.
Yeah,
in a ship.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, but
yeah, nothing else really in space aside from boarding ships and dogfighting.
Yeah,
and picking a new point of interest to go to on a planet.
Yeah, but yeah, again, barely feel like I've scratched the surface of this game and what it can do and all the crazy stuff that I've seen. Like, came across the extended warranty ship, which was hilarious. Tried to blast him out, and then he ended up jumping away. Which you can target their systems. I've got that ability, so I wonder if I could have done that and like hit his grav drive so he couldn't run away from me. That would have been hilarious.
Ooh, he probably could have.
Yeah.
I came across. Have you seen Grandma's ship?
I don't think so.
Just a random grandma floating through space. Her husband had passed away, and she invites you over to have a meal.
Oh,
Like,
that's
is this like some sort of trap?
it's like
And then
some
you go
like
in and,
you're feeding me like the husband, like the dead husband or something.
oh yeah, or it's like just a pirate trying to lure you in,
Yeah,
or something like that. But you just go in and she just talks to you, and that's it.
cool.
You can take some stuff and then leave.
Take some stuff and then leave.
Yeah,
Man.
a lot of fun little moments.
Yeah. Well, we'll continue up. We'll continue doing our weekly Starfield talk as we get deeper and deeper to the game. We'll I don't know. We'll probably do a spoiler cast at some point.
Yeah, and I'm sure by next week we'll do a few more factions.
Yeah. So yeah, look forward to that. But let's dive into some news, Nick. We got some juicy stuff this week.
Oh, big time, big juice.
So rumors and speculations. It's highly rumored that we're getting a direct this week.
Yep. Probably going to be announced tomorrow.
Probably tomorrow for Wednesday.
Yep.
So very exciting. Donkey Kong, F-Zero are being rumored. Now is it? I know it's a new Donkey Kong game is being rumored. Is it an F-Zero remaster that's being rumored, or is it a new game altogether?
What I'm seeing from that leaker, can't remember his name off the top of my head, but it could be F-Zero 99. What? As like the new F-Zero game, like
okay.
like, yeah, like Tetris 99. But that could be cool to have 99 people, and then each lap or something like that, so many people drop off.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's one way to bring F-Zero back aside from just doing a remaster and still trying to make it relevant, I think that could be a cool way to do it.
I don't know if people would like that though, like the hardcore F-Zero people.
I mean,
but I mean, I never played F-Zero, so I don't really know how it plays per se. But
let's be real for a second. If they made a new game in the series, it would sell maybe 1 million, maybe 2 million copies. If you make F-Zero 99, you put it on NSO for free, you might get more people into the series than you release a remaster of GX or one of the more popular F-Zero games, and you kind of take it from there. But like, you can't go into this direct expecting a new F-Zero.
No, you're right. And the only thing with like the 99 thing is I would be afraid that Nintendo would shut it down at some point. But I mean, it's free to play, I'm sure there'll be, there'll probably be microtransactions in there. I know there wasn't for, there was for Tetris 99, wasn't there? In Pac-Man 99?
There was DLC.
DLC, okay.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess both of theirs are still running, right? It was just Mario 35 that was.
Didn't they take Tetris 99 offline, or is that Pac-Man?
Yeah, that one's still going.
It's still going. Okay.
I don't know about Pac-Man. I'm assuming Pac-Man's still.
I thought one of those got shelved or whatever. You can still play it offline, which I don't know how that works, but I don't know. Yeah, I could see that. That could be a good idea. Put out like Shadow Drop F-Zero 99, and then I don't know, have the GameCube remaster come out later on this year or something like that. That could be cool.
I mean, maybe that is the GameCube Shadow Drop of the Direct. Like
maybe
F-Zero.
That could be
maybe
cool.
It's not Metroid Prime 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about Donkey Kong a little bit? I heard that could be not a new 3D Donkey Kong, but a new Mario versus Donkey Kong game, like with the minis.
Okay, I didn't hear about that. I wouldn't be, and I'm not a big Donkey Kong person, but I don't know. That doesn't seem as because I thought the rumors that I heard was like an open world kind of Donkey Kong game.
I don't know. Like both of these seem like monkey paw situations of like, oh, you get F-Zero, but it's F-Zero 99.
Yeah.
You get a new Donkey Kong, but it's Mario versus Donkey Kong.
Yeah, so it's like, is it really what people want? But I don't know. Yeah, I mean, that'd be cool.
Yeah, we'll see. But aside from these two, which I would say are pretty much a lock. Like
Yeah,
this leaker is like
he's pretty like
pretty
100%
100%
pretty
accurate.
much.
Yeah, because he leaked Wonder. He leaked the title of Wonder.
Yeah.
Too, which is pretty good. But aside from these two, like, is there anything that you expect to be there at this point?
I don't know. So I mean, we've got
this all the time.
I mean, we'll jump to the no. So Nintendo from was it a who got interviewed about the Zelda franchise? Was it I don't know, whoever said that there's not going to be any more Tears of the Kingdom, or no Tears of the Kingdom DLC.
I can't remember who it was that got interviewed.
Was it Al Numa?
Might have been Al Numa.
Yeah, because he was a director. So yeah, so we'll jump ahead a little bit, but yeah, he confirmed there's no Tears of the Kingdom DLC, which is a bummer, but Tears of the Kingdom
with this
feels very complete, and I don't know where they would go with DLC, other than adding in, new stuff, like new I don't know, whatever they're called. I can't remember what they're called. The Zonai parts, whatever. Like maybe add some new stuff like that. And who's to say? Maybe they will, and we're just not going to get like a story DLC. Who knows? But nothing like that. Tears of the Kingdom feels like it's pretty done. Pretty complete, pretty wrapped up. But Jeff Grubb, he also said not too long ago that there's going to be another Zelda announcement that isn't Tears of the Kingdom DLC, and also not the Oracle of Ages and Seasons. So maybe the stupid 2-pack, or the Twilight Princess Wind Waker, maybe that'll show up here.
Like, I don't even want to hope for it anymore. But
I mean, I feel like it's gotta release on the Switch, and just complete the Switch as the Switch plus the Wii U stuff.
Yeah.
And then Xenoblade Chronicles X, bring that over too.
Those are the final pieces of the puzzle. That and Star Fox Zero. Gotta bring that over.
I mean, why not? Probably sell more than I did on the Wii U.
Dude, definitely would.
Yeah, I mean that's the only thing. I really don't know what else. I mean, I know we'll probably get like an overview trailer for Wonder, maybe. Maybe some updates on
Wonder,
the Peach game, the Luigi Mansion 2 remake.
Man, I feel like it hasn't been that long since we saw those, but
yeah, I mean it was June, right?
Yeah, it was the June Direct that we saw. Yeah, Dark Knight and the Peach game.
I don't know, man. This is kind of one of those first directs where I don't have anything.
I don't need anything.
Yeah, I feel pretty complete with what they are offering this year between Wonder, Super Mario RPG. Like, I'm good.
Yeah, I almost don't. I don't want them to announce any more games for the rest of the year.
Yeah,
I want everything to be like, hey, this is coming next year. It's coming to the next Switch. Like, we're good. We got a lot of games coming out.
Yeah,
between Switch and Xbox and PlayStation. Like, it's pretty packed.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I think I'm good. Like, there's other stuff to play too, so it's just gonna add on to the backlog pile.
Yeah, and like if they did shadow drop Prime 2 and 3, like I probably wouldn't play it immediately either.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, I
go deep into Starfield.
Yeah, there's no time right now. But that would be cool if they shadow dropped it and then had a physical release later. That would be perfect because I would just wait and pick it up physical. But yeah, and I don't think we're gonna see anything Switch 2. I don't think we're gonna get a hint of anything Switch 2. I mean, we're getting the Mario Kart bundle, baby. Come on, we're good for the holidays.
Oh yeah.
Mario Kart bundle. We're getting the Mario. Bucks. We're getting the Mario bundle, the Wonder bundle, whatever. We're good.
Oh yeah, the Wonder Switch.
Well, it's not even a Wonder bundle. It's just a Mario bundle, right? Because it doesn't even come with a game. I think it's just
a special edition.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm content for the first time.
Yeah.
I don't need it. I don't even need a direct necessarily. Of course, I'm excited for it, but I
Yeah.
like, the Fire Emblem 4 remake. Yes. Would I like Metroid Prime 4? Yeah, of course. But
yeah, I feel like the Fire Emblem remake's gonna happen too.
yeah, and I feel like it'll come out early 2024, kind of like Engage did.
But the Switch 2 leaks that we've been seeing have been pretty impressive.
I mean, Breath of the Wild at 4K 60?
Yeah. I mean, it's people are saying it's on par with like PS5 and Series X and S, which is kind of crazy. I didn't think Nintendo would go that route for the specs, but they've got this is all like behind closed doors at Gamescom, is what people are saying.
It's all hearsay.
Yeah. So, I mean, that could be really cool. And then, like, they've got the new, I don't know if you saw the patents for the Joy-Cons.
Oh, like the magnetic.
Yeah, they're using, like, the, I think it's Hall sensing, which is not new tech. But it's, like, almost guaranteed to never have stick drift.
But it's still, like, a Switch where the controller's attached to it? Is that what it's implying?
Let me pull up the article real quick. But yeah, I mean, it's still implying that it's still going to be like a Joy-Con, but like the magnetic sticks.
Oh, with smart fluid.
Yeah. So that's cool. I mean, they've got to. I mean, that's they have to address that because I mean, it's pretty bad. I'm not saying it's a red ring of death kind of scenario bad, but
it's still pretty bad.
It's pretty bad.
So there's, I guess in this patent, there's a liquid within the controller that becomes thicker when pressure or movement is applied, guiding the joystick controller based on player input, which allows the joystick to return to its natural state with supportive fluid and guided motion, likely ensuring minimal strain on internal controller parts.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I mean, they have to address that problem. I mean, obviously they had the big lawsuit and stuff. And they still continue to drift. At this point, you just send them in and they'll give you new ones. I guess I don't know. Yeah. I mean, it's all leak stuff, so it's hard to get super excited about it. But if this stuff is true, then we might have a pretty powerful Nintendo console, and it's probably going to be $400.
Yep, I would say 400 to 500.
Yeah,
I think probably 400. I don't know if they could really get away with 500.
I don't think they would want to. I think they always like to be the lower end of the spectrum for price wise. So I mean, that makes sense.
I mean, $399 sounds pretty good. It's only $50 more expensive than the OLED.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Like I mean, if it was $500, I'd still get it just because
and
look at the other stuff. Look at like the Steam Deck and like the ROG Ally. Like those are all $500 up to $1,000. So I think people are fine with paying a little bit more for these, and it's a hybrid system too, so it's all good. And then last one before we wrap up. Microsoft announced its Xbox digital broadcast for the Tokyo Game Show. It's airing September 21st at 5 a.m. Eastern time, since the show takes place in Tokyo. But promises of Game Pass updates and all that good stuff. Anything you can expect to come out of that?
Maybe just partnerships with Japanese studios. Maybe some games coming to Game Pass. I can't remember
Final Fantasy VII to Game Pass.
Yeah, that could be the big one, right? Like, there was a point where we thought we were gonna get that on Xbox like 6 months to a year after it launched, but that never came to fruition. I'm assuming there was some sort of agreement that Sony paid for to secure exclusivity.
Yeah,
but So last year they announced Deathloop was coming. Assassin's Creed Odyssey came to Game Pass. Ni no Kuni, Guilty Gear Strive, BlazBlue.
There could be some good stuff.
Yeah.
I don't expect anything super crazy or anything like that, but
no.
Yeah, I mean, like Final Fantasy VII, the remake on Game Pass would be pretty big.
Yeah,
that could be awesome. I would love to play through that game, give it a shot. But
yeah, I still need to play it on PS5. I started it and got a few hours in, but stopped for some reason.
Well, what else came around that? Well, you got it after.
Yeah, I got it after the fact.
Okay, so there's probably something else that came out that stole your attention away or something like that.
That's how it happens.
That's how it goes. All right, Nick. Anything else? Covered a lot of stuff.
Oh, with I guess last thing with PlayStation's rumored state of play.
Oh, state of play, yeah.
Whichever one is bigger. What do you think they'll show?
Probably the last trailer for Spider-Man, just a hype trailer. What else do they got in the books, man? Wolverine,
Death Stranding 2.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like maybe Wolverine, but like it's like all Insomniac, so it's like what else do they got? Maybe The Last of Us, like the factions stuff.
Yeah, factions. Something.
Although when is Last of Us Day? I know that's coming up pretty soon. But yeah, Last of Us factions. Maybe could finally get whatever a release date. Who knows?
Yeah, gameplay or anything. Any sort of information about
anything would be nice.
I think a remake from Bluepoint of some sort. They did Demon Souls.
Yeah. You think we get an update on Star Wars? Oh gosh.
Knights of the Old Republic.
Knights of the Old Republic, yeah. KOTOR.
Wasn't that canceled?
It was indefinitely paused, I think.
Okay.
But maybe there's an update on that potentially, but probably not.
And that was announced back in 2021.
Maybe they announced a PS5 Slim or Pro.
Yeah.
But they also got the Portal coming out and some other stuff.
They do love to announce hardware at their showcases, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, this is kind of the problem with PlayStation right now. Is like we really don't know what's on the horizon after Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, it's been a pretty quiet year for PlayStation.
Yeah, 2022 was their bigger year.
Yeah,
but still, I mean, even then they had.
But Nick, it's confirmed that PlayStation users don't actually play games. Nick, they just play game. They play Twitter. That's all they do. Had to bring it up. I'm sorry.
Man.
I will say though, I have not seen a single person on Twitter that was advocating the whole Starfield nonsense. I have not seen one person advocate how they like Baldur's Gate 3. Mm-hmm. I feel like as soon as Baldur's Gate 3 got announced that it was coming this year for Xbox, all the fanboyism died for Baldur's Gate 3. They all of a sudden don't care about the game anymore.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see.
I haven't seen any gameplay, any thoughts at all for Baldur's Gate. And now people still bring it up because, it's what's on the PC, but I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, I want to play that game too.
It was just funny because it was touted as this huge, giant RPG release, and haha, Xbox, you can't get it because your Series S is garbage, and now everybody's onto Starfield, and there's still people like right now are like, oh yeah, Starfield is this and that, and like, God.
Yeah, it's
y'all are online. You're all online complaining, and everybody else is just playing the game.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's playing the games they want to play. We're playing Starfield. Other people are still playing Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
I mean, people playing Baldur's Gate. it's like no one's online as much.
I'm not ready for the Game Awards and the discourse on Twitter leading up to that event. I'm just not ready for it.
I mean, I think Baldur's Gate.
I think Baldur's Gate or Tears of the Kingdom will take it.
Yeah. I don't think Starfield will. I don't think Spider-Man 2 will. Just based off of my initial impressions of seeing trailers.
Yeah.
And that's no slight on Spider-Man 2. But
well, Spider-Man scored the same review score as Starfield.
Got an 85?
86, 85, something like that.
Huh.
Well, that's the thing, too. It's like everyone was like saying Starfield scored 85, 86. It's terrible.
Oh,
it's like Ghost of Tsushima is like an 84 or 85.
Oh, yeah, Miles Morales is an 85.
Miles Morales is an 85. Spider-Man 1 or 2018, whatever, 2017. 85, 86.
Tsushima was an 83.
So it's like, come on, man.
Death Stranding, what is that at?
Probably like an 82, 83. I'd imagine.
82, yeah.
So there could be fantastic games that just doesn't review super well. Anyways.
Forbidden West. Yeah, I mean, PlayStation 5 really doesn't have any, like, critical successes.
God of War sold, like, over 10, right? 10 million?
Well, not financial successes, but, like critical.
God of War got, like, a 93 or 94, right?
Oh, sorry. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah. Ragnarok got like a 94 or 95.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But like Returnal, like that game was really good from what I heard. That's was in the low 80s. So I don't know. Yeah, it's easy to compare. Like I don't know, people pick and choose on what they want to compare and what they don't want to compare, and it's like, man, just play some games, man.
Just play whatever you want.
Just put that phone down. Who cares? Put that phone down and pick up the controller.
Put Twitter down
and I did. Huh. Never mind, I won't bring it up. All right, guys, that is going to wrap up the show. Appreciate everyone that's listened and all that good stuff. We definitely appreciate it. Review us on your favorite podcasting application. That would be most helpful. Tons more Starfield stuff coming your way as we continue to dive into that crazy vast world. Lies of P comes out, is that next Friday?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I think it's next Friday.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want to play that immediately.
September 19th.
The 19th, okay.
Yes. So
okay. So next week.
Next Tuesday.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I really want to play it. It looks really good, and I enjoyed the demo. But Starfield.
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta stick to a game and let other games just wait.
Yeah, and it's on Game Pass, so you're not gonna miss anything out. Yeah. Miss out on it. But all right, guys. Well, we will see y'all next week with maybe some direct stuff to talk about. State of Play, Sony Showcase, whatever it is. Stay tuned. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.